and you ready.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, exit. Hustle, hit it.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 13. Switch it. Come on, switch it. What we got?
Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Under.
Now Foles. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Go.
At the 7-yard line.
45. Mike, 45.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Man, I got you.
Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Block. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An update now from Oakland. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, I'm coming. Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now on 2nd and 16. Locke eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, Zoo.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Tiger. Check 45. Check.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike, 45. Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Echo. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Time to go, night. 58 to Mike.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. Able to get this to Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Block off a play action. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go, dude. You draw quarters. Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Bravo. 58. Go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill. 80 weapon. Hey. High 7. Rush in. Jam. Quick the edge. Come. Speed grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they're going to get him.
Entering. Cancel. Pause up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Locke. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Robinson. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board. Point after, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Alpha.
On 1st down, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will score a Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Cut. 64. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready?
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sua Cravens with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Dobbins. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Get it.
Clock now on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Clock now to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. To throw it is Lock. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Lock now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Under. Hey, me and you all day.
Here's Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
It's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. Now Foles. The connection made. It's Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Foles now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Mike 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hatchet. No. Off. Hey, orbit. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Lock going to throw. And they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, exit. Joker, Jack. Joker.
Looking to throw. He finds Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Flat. I'm going to run you over. Water.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's bring it. Check 45 to Mike.
Again, it's Kaiser. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 20.
And depth chart. Entering depth chart screen. Slot 2, slot 3. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
and that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, he's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Kaiser. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Kaiser now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Fights through, and now a crease. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Kaiser. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off at the 39. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Post-game report, player stats. Finish game.